Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry for making this video a bit later than usual. It is week 8 of Super Rugby AU and it is a top of the table clash with the Reds and the Brumbies. The Reds will want to defend their spot at the top, and it's going to be a big one because earlier this year when they did go up against each other, it was just a 2-point win for the Reds there. So going into the season so far for both teams, the Reds have 5 from 5 so far. Last game out, beating the Waratahs by 32 points. Big margin there. The Brumbies not so bad themselves last week, beating the Force by 28 points. And their season so far, 4 from 5, only losing to the Reds at one time. The Reds, they are going up for a 10th victory in a row at home. So kind of building a bit of a fortress again back at the Suncorp. Looking at the two teams, not a lot of changes as expected. The Reds, in fact, no changes to their starting 15. The Brumbies, they bring in their captain, Alan Aotearoa. That is a big name for them to bring back because both of these front rows are very strong. Slipper, he goes back from his from 3 to number 1 to his preferred position. Fainga at number 2. Very strong Wallabies front row for the Brumbies there, but they are going up against a pretty strong front row themselves with Futahika. He's number 1 for the Reds. Tupou, you know what he get with Tupou with that little swan dive he also tried last week. Brilliant player. Painga Mosa at number 2. It's a bit of a Wallabies tryout when you go with these two front rows, when you go with these whole teams actually. At number 4, Darcy Swain comes back to join Neville. That is the preferred combo for the Brumbies as well. So the two changes they made has strengthened their side quite a bit. Ryan Smith, he is at number 4. Cagyhorn at number 5, up against a hard-working Neville. So it's going to be a big game so far. Cagyhorn not in the best form so far this season, in my opinion. He's not bad, but we know him to be a lot better. Scott Young at number 6, up against Valentini, two hard workers on the park. Cusack at number 7 versus McWright, two guys that will want to get over the ball and get it every single time for their team. Pete Samu versus Harry Wilson, also always a battle that I love seeing because it's two guys that love picking up the ball at the back of a ruck, at the back of a scrum, and bashing into players. Both of them are very similar. Both of them are pretty quick as well. Pete Samu probably a bit quicker there with a V8 engine maybe there. And both of them have very good hands. Nick White at number 9. He's not captaining this week versus McDermott. It is the veteran versus the prodigy. Brilliant combo there, or brilliant battle there. Always to look out for McDermott. He can snipe to get a try. Lolosio versus O'Connor. That is a switch around with a veteran versus prodigy. Always a big battle as well. O'Connor in brilliant form, leading the Reds so far this season. Lolosio also managing his squad quite well for a young man. Hamish Stewart at number 12, managing the defense quite well for the Reds as well. Then we have Simone. We know what Simone can do. Ikitau, he's been running quite good lines so far this season. Paisame, he's now the second week in a row, I think, that he's playing 13 and not 12. That is a role where he can run a bit more with the ball in more open space. On the wings, the Brumbies do shift their two wings around with Muriad and Wright shifting or switching around from 14 to 11. Wright, I think his preferred position is on 11 as well. Muriad, 14 for him as well. Both of them prolific try scorers. Pataya, dangerous man to get in a little bit of free space, especially if he can get his arm free as well. Campbell, quick guy on 11. Bryce Hegarty making his 100th appearance in Super Rugby this year in this game, and then Tom Banks, he's gonna make an impact from the back for the Brumbies. On the two benches, also not a lot of changes. 2 for the Brumbies, 1 for the Reds. The Reds bringing back a big name for them with their actual preferred captain Liam Wright coming back from his injury that he sustained in pre-season. The Brumbies, they brought in Scott Seo and Nick Frost on the bench as well. Scott Seo coming back from his injury is a big name to bring in. Murphy is a good hooker on the bench. I actually think he's done a bit better than Painga Mosa this season. Lenorgan for the Brumbies also been good so far this season. Uru, he's in jersey number 19 for the Reds this week, so he's going to be a second row replacement and not a loose forward like he's been in a couple of other weeks as well. James Tucker, he's going to be in a loose forward replacement for the Brumbies. The Reds, they also have a couple of youngsters in Thomas and Fluke and Igunu to score a couple of tries at the end of the game for them. Lenorgan, he's going to have that big kicks if it is necessary, because this game can go quite close if it has to. Quinzel and Hansen rounds out the bench for the Brumbies. Guys, this is a hard one to pick. Honestly, if you leave down in the comments any one of these teams to win, you are right. In my opinion, both of these teams can actually win. It's all going to go down to small margins on the day. To me, Reds to win this game by 3 points maybe. Let me know your prediction down in the comments below. Also, check out these videos next to me. Hit the subscribe button if you do like the channel. And then I'll see you for the next one. Cheers.